Hello, lovely people. It is here, it is there, and I think so. It is just amazing. I love it. Serum 2 was launched some weeks ago as a free upgrade when you already had Serum 1, and it is mind-blowing, honestly. I don't know how you feel. For me, Serum 1 was always my number one synthesizer, my number one plugin. The only thing I missed was we only had one main filter and 4 macros. Now we have 8 macros and 2 main filters and much more possibilities. And no worry, I want to hear a deep, detailed walkthrough video because there are already tons of videos out there. I will do this quickly. I want to focus today on granular synthesizers and on producing some psychedelic stuff with granular. And also a quick review. I will start with this one. Is it really worth it? Yes, definitely. Honestly, Serum 2 is amazing, but still there are some things I don't like and I miss. I will start with this. But before, for those who don't know me, I'm Fabian URKLANG. I'm a music producer for Psydub, dark prog, Xenon-esque, forest prog, and forest music, with releases on different major labels, but also I'm running the URKLANG Academy, an academy for electronic dance music specialized in psytrance and all subgenres, but also in electronic music like techno, house, and yeah, you name it. So when you want to level up your music productions, no matter if you want to become a professional music producer, make a living out of it, or just want to level up your productions to a high quality professional level, hit me up. There is a link in the description. You can book a free info call. There we meet and there I explain everything about my programs and you can ask all questions. So enough from this. Now let's dive into Serum 2. Is it really worth it? Yes, definitely. So this is the new GUI, this is the new interface, you already know it. This was the old one, just in comparison, so it looks pretty, yeah, nice, much better, not so much difference, but there are these little details. Let's start with this little review, what I told you. We have now 8 macros, which is amazing. So I can do now, yeah, and there are kind of endless possibilities. Well, is the hype really worth it? To be honest, I love Serum. Yes, it is just mind-blowing plugin since ever, and Serum 2 now is much better. All the new integrations, like we have now here, the possibility not only work with wavetables, but also sorry, multi-sample samples, granular and spectrum. Yes, this is honestly nothing new. Yeah, let's talk about pigments, for example. But I love it that now Serum has more possibilities, definitely. And we have now 8 macros. When I open here my automations, for example, we can see, yeah, okay, of course, and I always map here the macros already, so I can change them with my MIDI controller, and I can also go here and, you see, map here more from these parameters to these automation lanes. What I don't like in Serum 2 now, we can't let's go with a filter, no matter which effect. I can't automate these ones here. We had the possibilities before, yeah. Now we can't. Also, when I go in configuration, nothing is doing here. I can, when I press record, also not record here some settings. And this, honestly, I'm missing this. We could do this in Serum 1. Let's open up here Serum 1. That's that one. Let's open up here a delay, for example, and you can see how the automation lane is changing down there. So also I could put on the configuration there, and here, kaboom, we have it. So this was possible in Serum 1, also the other parameters here. In Serum 2 not, and this is honestly really sad because for me, so many times it's all about, especially when we talk, for example, the filter, or when we talk about reverbs and playing around with the size of the reverb and make some automations and draw in some automations. I can't do this anymore. And this is honestly really, really sad. Yeah. And let's dive back here to Serum 2. Another thing, which is a little bit annoying sometimes for the workflow. We have here this undo and button, which is now done. Let's do here something and then, okay, go back with it. Or also by pressing Command and Z, I jump back. Nice. But when you have in your muscle memory the thing, let's say you record here a MIDI lane. Let's do here something. Let's here deactivate this one. This now is random, guys. Yeah, and I press I don't like it. I press Command Z, so it's undone. But the thing is, when you are here in Serum 2, and now I again record something. Okay, I don't like it. I press now again Command Z because I want to delete this. Oh no, now I jumped back here and undid here the last thing. And this can be sometimes really annoying because maybe it was an important setting I've done here. You know what I mean? So this is from the workaround sometimes really not nice. So I need to go here back to Ableton and then press Command Z to undo it. And this is kind of, sometimes annoying and weird. But I think so. I'm not sure, but I think so. This is the only thing which I don't like in Serum 2. The rest is honestly just amazing. So let's do a really, really quick walkthrough video. What we have now is we have now 5 oscillators. This is amazing. So 3 main oscillators, and then there is still the sub oscillator and the noise oscillator. This is nice. We have 2 filters here, which is just amazing. And we also can here route the filters. We can also say, let's do now oscillator A is going into the filter 1. And here I can change, for example, filter 1 is now going into filter 2. Pretty nice. And here I can change another one, which, by the way, here we have new filters. And where is it? For example, that one here is so nice. Really nice. We have here now the possibility, and this also I missed a little bit before. We have now the possibility, open here the pencil, to draw in my own filter shape with 4 filters. 4 shapes here. You can see in the corners 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I can make here for filter 1 is here. You need to go here up to resonance on 50%, and now it looks like this. Then I can go to filter 2, and let's do here something like that. We can also right click and change here, for example, to a low pass or to a high pass or band pass or whatever filter you like to have. And I do now randomly this one. So this is now in the corner, filter 2. And here we have the possibility, you see, to change it. So a nice workaround is, for example, let's draw in here randomly for filter 3 something, and for filter 4, and let's go here with a high cut, low pass filter. You can see, kaboom, changing here. So what you also can do is we can map now, for example, that one here. Let's go. The X curve, macro 1 is now the X curve, macro 2 is now the Y curve, and then I can here play around and manipulate this and control this with my macros. Pretty nice, pretty nice. There, by the way, yeah, we also need to go here now to the settings and do this from unipolar to bipolar, and now we have the possibility here to go left and right, and you can see now here the cross, also go to 100%. Bring it into the middle. That's it. And then you can play around here with the different settings. So this filter is here really, really nice. And we also have here different other new filters. Let's in the present preset again. So 2 filters. Also, what's really, really nice, we have now here for each of these 3 main oscillators 2 warping modes. Yeah, so not only one. So I can go here, for example, let's go with a random. Also, we have here new wave tables. I go with an old one. Let's go here with a squelchy one. And I can go here now and say, well, first, for example, I want to bend it here. And secondly, I also want to have maybe a FM modulation from B, or go to another one and let's mirror it. So now I bend it and mirror it. So a lot of possibilities. Looks nice, isn't it? Yeah. Activate the filter. Filter A. Up. Here we go. Nice one. Also new, we have here now 4 envelopes. Envelope 1 is automatically mapped to the level output, but here we have now 4 instead of 3. See here in comparison, 3 envelopes. And here we have LFOs up to 10 LFOs. Before it was 8 LFOs, also pretty nice, with a lot of different settings. So we have a normal, we have a path here, we have here this Chaos, Lorentz, and Roosler, which are nice, and a random sample on hold. So now this is also new or different. Before we had in the global section the 2 Chaos oscillators. They are not here anymore. We had here the possibility for sample and hold and put them on a different sync rate, say 1/4. Now here in the global settings, we don't have this anymore, but now we have here the kaboom, sample and hold, and here the possibility to change the rate. And then we can map this to whatever. The wavetable position, for example, and whatever you want to do. Yeah, the wavetable position is now with a kind of chaos sample and hold chaos oscillator. And we can smooth that one, which is also pretty nice. Yeah, whatever. So this is kind of the new stuff here. We have what's also pretty nice here for the voicings, the unisons, more possibilities here inside. And then we have here a mixer, which is awesome. So we see everything on one spot for panning, level, bus routing, and so on. So when I change here the level, you see it automatically changes here also. So the other way. Yep, pretty nice. Yeah, by the way, one thing what I also would love to have is in Serum, it's not possible to, when you double click, that you jump back to the default setting, but here we can, yeah, draw in numbers and percentages, also nice, but sometimes I would love to have this yeah, double click and it jumps back to the default setting, but yeah, complaining on a high level. Now here we have the filter section, and this is the effects section, and this is just amazing. because not only that we have more like the boat, or we have a convolution reverb now, and this is amazing. We have here some presets, but I also can go to my impulse responses, and by drag and dropping it, I can put an impulse response here inside. Just amazing. I love convolution reverbs. It's my absolutely, yeah, say 80% of the time I only work when it comes to reverberation with convolution reverbs. So I love that one. And of course, also everything looks new and a little bit more nicer. Yeah, I love it more. We have a utility also here, which is also nice. But what I really love are two things. I can put in now multiple, for example, distortions. So I never tried it out how many I can put in. So let's go crazy. You can see I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 distortions here. Awesome. Before we only could activate one. That's it. And when we want to have another distortion, I needed to open up the Serum effects or something like this. So yeah, this is pretty nice. What I absolutely love here, we have splitters. Yeah, you can see here from low and highs, low mids and highs, or mid-side splitters. And this is just amazing. And here I can put now in this splitter, that's the utility. In the splitter, for example, on the lows are an effect. Let's randomly hear a distortion, and on the highs I put on I don't know, a filter with a specific setting then here. And here I have the crossover section. Amazing. So many endless possibilities. But about the possibilities, the more you map, and this is one thing I don't like about the Serum 2 now, the more you map and the more you choose different settings, everything, it is, bring it to the point, it is super CPU heavy. And yeah, this can be really annoying. For example, when you have a track like that one here, you can see I needed to freeze all these channels with a lot of mappings, each preset, each Serum, and my CPU, although I have a super strong iMac here, my CPU went crazy. So yeah, this is annoying. The matrix also looks nice now. It's not the possible. You see here in the old one, the matrix, we had like, I don't know how many spots, and when they are done, they are done. I don't know how it's here. Every time when this is full and there is a new mapping, then a new lane here will appear. Super nice. And what's also pretty nice is we can now just delete a lane when I don't like it. So because before I needed to go here and go to this setting and here to this setting, yeah, bring everything back and so on. Now I can just go and kaboom, it's done. And when I don't like it, undo it and it's here again. Super nice, super nice. The rest is the same like before. It looks a little bit different. So we have here the main source. By the way, I can also, this is also nice, drag and drop now and change the arrangement or the row from these mappings. We have here the source, here the control curve for this source. We have here the amount. We still can dial in percentages or in semitones. So I can double click and say, for example, 48 ST, enter, kaboom, and then it is for 4 octaves, for 48 semitones. Here we have the unipolar or bipolar settings, the destination, output, and here the aux source. So I can say, for example, yeah, let's go to macro 8. So this is only working now and controlled by macro 8. Pretty nice. Here is also the curve control for that one. And here is, yeah, the output, kind of like a mixer. Yeah, wet dry button for this one. Awesome. And then, yes, we have a clip launcher and there are endless possibilities with this one. And we have an arpeggiator. yeah, it is kind of a door in a door, isn't it? So just mind-blowing thing. I love it. I love it. So big ups to Shred, X4 Records and his team that you launched this as a free upgrade. And in general, the work behind this plugin. Picobello. All right, then let's dive now into some granular thing. Yeah, before I wanted to say we have, it's also nice, the old Serum 1 presets are automatically there. We have the new factory presets here. What you can't do, by the way, because this was my workaround, I had my Serum from Serum 1, all my presets on my external hard drive, which also caused the problem that it took a lot of time, a long time to open up Serum 1. Okay, so now this is now also changing because you can't put the factory presets on your external hard drive. This is not possible anymore. But Serum 2 is so intelligent that it searched your whole computer and an external hard drive for the Serum 1 preset. So it found my Serum 1 presets from my external hard drive here. And here we have this new presets, which, yeah, some are really nice. Some woodwinds, some guitars are nice. But overall, honestly, there are not the greatest new presets. I'm really honest now, yeah. But it's nice that we have new ones, and I also like, in general, that we see, no matter if there are the presets or the new filters or the new wavetables, we always see, like here, S2, there are the new ones, and we have the old ones. And you can also just implement old Serum 1 presets into the new one. So it works sometimes. This is from our first Serum preset pack. And most of the time, I went through my preset pack, and most of the time it sounds the same. Yeah, sometimes something is maybe missing because it's another workaround now, and because maybe I mapped something to the Chaos oscillator, and now here the sample and hold random is kind of maybe a little bit different settings here, but these are really detailed things. All right, then let's jump into the granular synthesizers. So, and for those, before we start, who don't know what is a granular synthesizers, granular is, yeah, it slices up a sample, an audio file into, don't know how many slices are possible. Here, I think 100 or 30. Here it's 30 grains. These are called grains, as you can see here. Yeah, you can read it here in grains, in slices. And then we have endless possibilities, that there is the possibility that these slices are more separately or random in panning, in the level, in the length where they are played, and so on. And it can make a really, really nice, especially for atmospheric sounds, nice sound design and nice sound shaping. Let's open up here. Well, let's go with, I like, for example, the Erhu sound, but let's go here for a drone sound or a pluggy sound. Let's do that one here. And sounds nice already, pretty nice. And as I said here, granular sound, and then here we have possibilities. We have from factory, tonal, and non-tonal possibilities. And you can see here already the lanes. Let's go back here. This is the density. So I control how many grains. 0 means no granular, no grain. Just 1 in the beginning. 30 grains. You can see them here playing with the length. Scanning, what does scanning do? So yeah, in the middle it's on 0%. When it's all the way up on the positive area to the right side means it starts playing here. All the way here, it starts from the right side. And also how fast this is played. So this is now really slow on 4%, on 200%. So of course it also pitches up the sound. And you already can see what's possible. So let's here map macro 1 to the scan. All right, here we have the grains, which I already told you. You can dial in from 0 to 30 grains. How many grains? Here is the length of the grains. You can see from milliseconds 0 all the way up to 10 seconds. Yeah, pretty nice. Love it. We have here a panning and here the volume. And when you look here, we also see these ones here are connected. So here we have now a random length. I can dial in here random length, random panning, random level. Sweet. We have here an offset button. So meaning that if the single grains are played in an offset row randomly, say something like this, yeah, I hope you understand this. The direction of the random offset and a pitch control. So it's already super psychedelic, yeah. So in comparison, let's go here again and do this. It was the spectral drones. Where was it? On the spectral drones here. You can, by the way, also go here to a sampler. This is the normal sound. Yeah, it's the normal sound, and here is the now a little bit granulated sound. Awesome, pretty awesome, pretty awesome. But that's not all. Yeah, here we have a drop-down menu, so we can also open this up here, and we have warping possibilities. So I can do here now some filtering, distortion, FM, and so on. Let's close this again. Here I can change now. This is one shot to forward loop, reverb loop, forward reverb loop, or tailed. I love to do the forward and backward loop here. And you can see we can go here, for example, and say, well, it is played, and then here in this area it is looped. And what's pretty nice, I do something like this. I open up here everything, and then I can map now, say macro 2 to that one and macro 3 to this one here. Right click, show marker animation, and then you can see can change here the marker. That one not, because we need to change this here in the matrix. So this is really, really pretty nice. Awesome, awesome one. And here, by the way, we also right-click, have different possibilities, snap off, snap to zero, snap to beats, and so on. Can experiment with that one. We have here the unison, which is also, yeah, normal unison settings. And here we have something like a envelope for each grain. And this is awesome. We have here, yeah, it's not possible to really shape it more. So we have here different shapes. See, Han, Welch, Gaussian, however it is spelled, and so on. Here the amount. Yeah. And I show you something really nice is, for example, that one here. And now we have really short grains played. A random for this amount. And here we have also a crossover. A crossover for this loop section. I sent this now to the filter to cut out this high clicky stuffs. We can also see this here. Let's map here, for example, let's map here a Lorentz. This is also nice in Serum. We can map now X and Y curves here. Yeah, oh, nice one. So and this one here we map now with LFO2, and in LFO2 we go with a rustler. But I don't want to have it that much, so I go back here with the wet dry. Something like this. And yeah, much more possibilities. This was the basics of the granular sound. Much more possibilities here. And then let's go here to this track. I have here a more forestish track. And Let's do here more sound design a little bit. Let's put on a convolution reverb with a Taj Mahal impulse response. Yeah, by the way, what's not nice is when I change here the size, it needs Serum 2. Serum 2 needs its time to recalculate the new length, the size. And a good convolution reverb can do this automatically and create some nice sound design. Here, sadly, it's not possible, but yeah, okay. Back with the decay. Let's do a low cut here. And then, for example, now let's see. Let's now first, normally we send a signal into a delay and afterwards in a reverb. Sometimes for sound design reasons, it's nice to send the reverb, here, the convolution reverb, into a delay. Let's try that one here. Let's go with the ping pong 1/16 dotted delay. Okay, pretty nice. And now let's experiment around. Let's do, which one should we do? Let's do a split low and highs. Let's check here. We are around 2000 hertz. Let's split it here. So let's go on 2 kilohertz around. And let's open up here for the lows a distortion. Nice, and let's go with the highs. First with the equalizer. There I want to enhance a little bit the highs. And we can already see here the CPU is more and more and more. So this becomes a pretty intense, although we don't have so many effects going on and not that much mappings here, but the granular takes a lot of CPU. So this is honestly not that nice. And also now we send this to a filter. Let's go here, for example, with, there are also new filters here. Let's try the diffuser. Oh no, let's go with an flanger filter. That one is here. Really nice. Okay, now let's go here with a bipolar from the LFO 1 Lorentz chaos oscillator. No, I want to delete it because it's a little bit too fast for me. So I copy it now just by holding Option here, drag and drop LFO to LFO1 to LFO3 here. And here I want to change the rate. And now map that one here. What we also can do now, for example, is let's go here and take a utility here on the lows. This utility on the lows, or is it here? Activate it. So you can jump also here, lows or highs in this case. And now with the utility, we pan this one. Let's take an LFO here. Let's go with a sample and hold. Why not? Why not? And map this here to the panning. And now duplicate FX model. And now, yeah, nice one. Just drag and drop that one here to the highs. Awesome. That's awesome. And now we map here the panning, but the other way around. So you can see here, LFO4 is to the right side here and here to the left side. So now the same LFO, the low from the splitter, the lows, everything below 2000 hertz, 2 kilohertz is panned to the one side at the same time the highs is panned to the other side. Nice, nice. And then we can say, let's now all, I don't know, endless possibilities, guys. That's amazing. Let's go now and send this all into a compressor, for example. Let's go here with the ratio all the way up. So now it's a limiter, a little bit more of gain. So we have now all the same level, kind of, we limit everything and we have now, yeah, the same level, let's say it like this. From the more quieter parts, there are now louder and the loud parts are now cutted and limited. And then again, I put it and send it into a new compressor here. And here I can do now something like, let's go with a fast attack. And that's also nice here. We have up to 1000 milliseconds, so pretty nice. With a fast attack, kind of slow middle release. Ratio 4:1 is okay. Well, let's go with 2:1. Yeah, and by the way, I miss a little bit here the more detailed. So we can here, by the way, change from single to multi-band compression. This is pretty nice. What I miss a little bit when we go back to Serum 1, we had here the possibility to see the gain reduction. Here we don't see it anymore. That's a little bit sad, honestly, but okay. So four, and this is, by the way, when I work with my students, I want to empower them. It's not only, it's always the same topic with these tutorials. I show you here this sound, now you can recreate this, and maybe you wonder what he's doing. Why does he do a fast attack? Why does he do a mid slowish release? And yeah, so you can dial in these numbers and then you can recreate it. But why a fast attack or when a slow attack? And this is what I want to achieve and aim with my coaching and mentoring program. I want to empower my students and want to show my students everything, why and how, the whys and hows, why is something done. Yeah. So here, just a short information. With the compressor, when you want to cut the transients, then you choose a fast attack because then the compressor is reacting in a fast is reacting fast and then it cuts the transients. When you want the transients come through and compress the rest of the signal, especially when there is a long signal, for example, or for also yeah, for glue compressing, it depends on if you want to glue compress drums or if you want to glue compress other pad sounds, for example. So when you want the transients come through, then I choose a slow attack because then the compressor need its time to react. So the first transients will come through and then it reacts, So here I wanted to cut the transients. So I choose a fast attack. How much threshold? Well, normally something like around 5 dB gain reduction. We can't see here, so we need to listen if it sounds good. And ratio is how much the compressor is reacting and cut. So when we go all the way up, it's a limiter, and then it's like a kind of 90-degree, not really 90 degrees, but it cuts horizontally, say it like this. Here, nothing is happening 1-to-1, okay? And 2-to-1 is like the half signal, yeah? So I hope this makes sense for you. As I said, hit me up if you're interested in learning everything in detail. So guys, I did in an extra session, some more sound design to this special sound. And you can see also here, I created and implemented some more sounds. I will show you in a second. Here, for example, for this granular sound, I draw in with the path. This is really nice because here you can draw in some shapes, some funny shapes, whatever. Here I did an LFO 5 mapping modulation. You can see here in the matrix, LFO 5 goes to the global amp here. Bipolar all the way up with their mount. And here I decided just to have it, 28% of mix. This means that here sometimes really subtle because only 28% of wet drive mix for this mapping. Sometimes we have a gated effect. And then I also did here some EQing, nothing that much in detail. This track is still in the stage of production. There is no final mixdown yet. By the way, if you want to learn this, I also have a mixing master class only for mixing tracks with my URKLANG Academy mixing system, dance floor proofed mixing system. So you can learn everything for mixing a track, final mixing, and also mastering it for playing it live. All right, hit click the link, sorry. And yeah, and also, by the way, hit the bell button and follow me. You know, this helps me a lot. Hit the bell button for notifications, so for upcoming videos. And share this video, comment which sound design you would love to see, or maybe which plugin you want to have a review and a more detailed look into it, or give me some feedback, whatever. I would love to hear more from your side. It helps me, as I said. Yeah, here this sound, what I've done here with the EQing, I put on here a dynamic EQ with spectral in Pro Q4. This is pretty nice. We have here the spectral button. I have here a slope of 36 dB per octave. So we have more this kind of shape, you know, when we have here 12 dB per octave, it looks like that, or even more like so. I decided like 36 dB per octave. Also, I put only on the sides here a high shelf, also with a dynamic EQ, and same here with a spectral. For both, I have a setting with a high density and a fast attack and a slowish release. Same here, nearly the same settings. And now I have control over, it's like a DS or deharsher. Can control now these harsh frequencies. Let's have a listen. Yeah, sorry for this clicks you can hear. This is because of the CPU. As I already said, this is a little bit annoying with Serum 2. So I will freeze this channel in a second. Also here, before I will show you and we will have a listen, I implemented here some more sounds. These are from my first Serum pack, the first vibrations, Serum preset pack. Sound like this, and here are some squelchy sounds. Yes, it's my loving preset. And here I chopped up some also forestish, squelchy kind of sound. So yeah, we will have a listen to everything. Just let me freeze this channel here for CPU reasons. And as I said, I hope you liked this video. I hope you got some new ideas for sound designing, also how to use the granular in Serum 2, which is amazing. Serum 2 is amazing and the granular is amazing. And yeah, follow me, hit the bell button for notifications for upcoming videos, share it, comment. As I said, it helps me a lot so I can do more videos in future. And yeah, happy tweaking, happy producing. Have a wonderful day, guys. And always remember, stay musically. Boom, boom.